Bharat arrived at Tanuj's hospital the next afternoon. His intention was to find out why Tanuj had decided to separate from Smriti. No one takes the huge decision of divorce without a valid reason. Bharat wanted to hear the truth directly from Tanuj's mouth. Bharat entered the hospital, pretending to be a patient suffering from stomach pain. After registering his name, he waited for a while until his turn came. Then, he walked into the doctor's room. "Tell me, what's the problem?" Tanuj asked, looking at the note Bharat handed him. "I've been having severe stomach pain for a week now. Today, it's a bit worse," Bharat replied. "Lie down. Let's check," said Tanuj. Bharat lay down on the bed. Tanuj pressed on his stomach to examine the pain area. He looked like a serious person, and it was evident from his face. However, his eyes were filled with energy, and his calm and composed way of speaking impressed Bharat. "Does it hurt here?" Tanuj asked. "Yes, it hurts more in that spot," Bharat replied. "This is the area where the appendix is located." "Do you eat a lot of outside food?" he inquired. "Yes, sir. I work as a waiter in a hotel and eat there every day," Bharat answered. "That could be the reason for this pain. Since you work in a hotel, you must be aware of how food is prepared there." "I don't need to explain further," Tanuj said while checking Bharat's breathing with a stethoscope. "Everything seems fine. You don't have a fever either. Reduce eating outside food and eat home-cooked meals, and you'll recover soon," he advised before returning to his seat. Bharat sat on the chair in front of him and said, "What can I do, sir? My job requires me to leave early in the morning. How can I manage to cook at home?" Tanuj, who was writing a prescription, stopped and engaged in the conversation. "Then what? If you continue eating outside food, how'll your health improve? You also mentioned pain in the appendix area. If this continues, it could get infected, and you may need surgery," Tanuj warned. "Sir, I'll bring my wife here tomorrow. Please give her some advice. It's been 3 months since we got married, and I sometimes wonder why I even got married. She doesn't know how to cook, and I have to do everything myself," Bharat complained. "What? You got married, and she doesn't know how to cook? Bring her to me tomorrow, and I'll talk to her," Tanuj said, continuing to write the prescription. "Sir, the women of today have no patience for cooking. They are experts at ordering food online. But looking at you, I feel like your wife must be a good person," Bharat said. "Brother, I don't have a wife, but that doesn't mean I eat outside food. I know how to cook too. No matter how hard my day is, I don't mind skipping a meal, but I will never eat outside. As a doctor, if I advise my patients not to eat outside food but do it myself, wouldn't that be morally wrong?" Tanuj said, "You are absolutely right, sir. Doctors should be like you. Nowadays, doctors insist on surgery even for minor injuries and prescribe expensive medicines unnecessarily," Bharat remarked. "What can be done? Everyone is running after money," Tanuj said, handing over the prescription. Bharat took it and asked hesitantly, "Sir, can I ask you something? Please don't take it the wrong way." "Go ahead," Tanuj responded. "If you don't have a wife, does that mean you never got married?" Bharat asked. "I was married once, but we got divorced 10 years ago, and now I live alone," Tanuj replied. "Sorry, I didn't know. But honestly, staying single is better. It's been 3 months since I got married, and I haven't had a single day of peace. I used to live like a king, but now I have to listen to my wife for everything," Bharat said. "In a relationship, understanding each other is important. That's the only way a relationship remains strong," Tanuj said. "Was yours a love marriage or an arranged marriage? Why did you get divorced?" Bharat asked. "My selfishness broke my marriage. I built this hospital with a lot of hard work. Whatever earnings I get, I use a part of it for social welfare. If poor people come here, I provide them free treatment. What's the point of living if we don't help others?" But my wife never understood this. She was only concerned about our daughter, Tanuj said. "You have a daughter?" Bharat asked. "Yes, she has completed her engineering," Tanuj replied. "But couldn't you have explained this to your wife?" Bharat questioned. I was at fault too. I'm not a saint who should always think about society. I forgot that I was a family man. In life, balance is very important. You shouldn't do too much or too little of anything. The time I gave my daughter was too little. Tell me, which wife wouldn't be angry about that? Tanuj explained. You're right, sir. Even if I get home late at night, my wife gets really mad. So, we made a plan. Every weekend, we spend as much time together as possible. That way, we balance the time we lost during the week, Bharat said. Good thinking, Tanuj complimented. Did you ever try to reconcile with your wife? Bharat asked. No, Bharat. And now I feel like that was my second mistake. What can I do? Whatever God has written in my fate will happen, Tanuj said. It's okay, sir. A good person like you will definitely get another chance from God, Bharat reassured. Tanuj's face lit up a little. That night, Smriti was going to attend the dinner Ranjani had arranged. This conversation with Bharat made him think about talking to her again. After all, that was the real reason Bharat had come, to mentally prepare Tanuj. All right, sir. I'll take my leave now. If I keep talking to you, the patients outside will suffer, Bharat said. Okay, Bharat. It was nice talking to you. Visit again sometime, Tanuj said. Sir, are you asking me to fall sick again? Bharat teased. Oh no, that's not what I meant. Tanuj laughed. I was just joking, Bharat said, and they both laughed. As Bharat walked out of the hospital, he called Ranjani. Ranju, mission accomplished. I've emotionally trapped your father. Now it's your turn. Somehow, talk to your mother and make her relive the past, he instructed. I'll try, but I don't think I'm that close to her. It's been years since we sat and had a conversation. She feels like a stranger to me, Ranjani replied. But you need to do it. If you want your wish to come true, you must do this. Okay. Is your mother at home? He asked. Yes. Since morning, she has been happily moving around like a colorful butterfly. She washed an old sari, dried it, and ironed it. Then, she even went to the parlor, she replied. See, my plan is working. But external beauty alone is not enough. You need to talk to her. You must prepare her emotionally. The moment she sees your father, she shouldn't start arguing again, he said. Okay, I'll try, Ranjani said and hung up the phone. Bharat felt happy knowing that his plan was working. But that wasn't enough to satisfy him. He had planned a lot for the dinner that night. There was still plenty of work to do. He started his bike and headed out.